Welcome back to the BeBall Jones podcast. We got a overseas pro right here, man, and Nelson Haskin. I'm just simple little trainer right here, man. But in today's episode, picking up where we left off last time, man, we decided to break down like if you could break down the starting five of every NBA team, starting with 2000s, the past 25 years, who would the starting five be? Plus a six man, just to kind of throw a little bone in there for the player who like dang, man, this dude was so great. So obviously he got this spot, but give me some respect too. So we throw him in as a six man. So
Mhm.
y'all didn't catch last episode. We went from the Hawks all the way down to who was the last time we did before we cut it off?
The Pistons.
The Pistons. The Pistons. So we're picking back up today with the Golden State Warriors. So
Yeah.
Nelson, let's get the obvious number one pick out the way, man. Like this is the easy go-to, man. Who we picking as the starting point guard of the Golden State Warriors?
Baron Davis.
Hey
Uh,
man, I'm glad we're on the same page.
no, Golden State is easily like the most easy like five to give for sure. Like at least four. But
Mm,
yeah, the one obviously the man, the myth, the legend, Steph Curry got to be number one. Best warrior of all time, greatest shooter of all time. He gonna be point guard.
easy, easy. Obviously, Steph Curry has to be the pick. Like nothing else
Yeah,
to
ain't
say.
no debates on that one. Yeah. the,
Um,
the two guard
yeah,
also kind of obvious, but I mean, I guess you could argue for some other guys. But you got Clay. That's like the obvious one. They didn't have four championships together, all that good stuff. But then you also got some guys in the running, like Jason Richardson. I would say deserves a little
yep.
respect. Jay Rich, uh,
Monte
uh
Ellis. Show some love, to
Monte.
Monte
Yeah, that's what
Ellis.
I was trying to think of. Monte Ellis. Monte was a dog back in the day. Yeah, I don't think
Boy was
nobody
bucket.
would take them. Yeah, I don't think nobody would take them over Clay. But you have to really think like if one of them was going to be your best player is either Clay Thompson or Monte Ellis or Jason Richardson, and you for sure knew they was going to be your best player, you probably want a Jay Rich or a Monte Ellis because they was a bucket getter. So what you think?
The best two, man. I think it comes down to Jay Rich, just because he has some competition on the other end of the floor as far as being a great defender.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
he's the most athletic out of the three. Clay is obviously the best shooter. Jay Rich is the best dunker. Uh, but in terms of legacy and what they meant for that team, I keep going back to this, man. If you're a Warriors fan, who would you pick?
I feel like most Warriors fans is in this area though, this era. So they probably taking Clay out the gate. Now you got some older guys like me and you who seen Monte Ellis play, but they probably ain't Warriors fans. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you've been a legit Warriors fan from the We Believe era to way back when to now, like a legit, genuine Warriors fan, who would you think the pick will be?
oh man, I don't know. Because at one time, Monte Ellis was averaging 25 a game. And Clay is close to that, but he playing with Steph Curry. Monte was the guy at one point in time. So I don't know, man. Some guys might take Monte because they probably would say he's the better individual player, but I get if you would rather have Clay just because of recency. He's technically done the most for that franchise. Like Monte, obviously, no finals, no championships, nothing like that. And Clay been on four finals teams, got all types of 3-point records and stuff. Of course, he means more to the franchise. So we going for the franchise is Clay.
Hmm, trying to see. So Monte definitely did some damage, man. He won most improved when he was with them. Like you said, he got up to averaging 25 for a couple years.
I'm looking at Jay
I think the
Rich
answer is
too.
Clay, man.
Yeah, I think it is too, man. Because they ain't even all stars. I ain't even realized that. I definitely would have if someone was like, "How many all stars you think Monte Ellis had?" I would have said, probably one, two. He ain't never make an all star team. That's kind of crazy, but it's tough in that era with guards. So you know how that is. Like you playing in the West, you got Kobe out there, you had T Mac out there for whatever years, depending. You got Melo out there. Guard spot was tough. And I guess back then Golden State ain't had a fan base they got now too, obviously. But same thing for Jay Rich. I'm looking at Jay Rich. His last 3 years in Golden State, he averaged 21, 23, and then 16 for some reason. I think he was hurt most of that year. But 21, 23. So he was getting over 20 a game, but not an all-star, nothing like that. So yeah, I guess it's got to be Clay.
Yeah, Clay got the rings, got you the championship, he got you All Star here and there. So yeah, I think it's got to be Clay, man. So
Yeah,
we'll
it's
circle
tough.
back around with that six, man. See if one of them can be a contention. But
Yeah, for sure.
all right, so now for the three spot, is there any case for anybody not named Kevin Durant?
No. Not at the 3 spot. Like the only person I can even think of is like Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, back with the We Believe Warriors. Andre Iguodala,
Yeah,
but he ain't in his prime when he played there. Uh,
yeah. If we keeping the conversation like we've been doing of just in that jersey, I think it got to be KD.
gotta be KD or like that's literally it. Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah,
Shout out to KD.
yeah. So KD at the three. Okay, is there any fight for anybody not named Draymond Green for the four?
No, it's not. David West.
I mean, shout out to Al Harrington.
Harrington, yeah. I like Al game too, man, but nah, Draymond.
That's correct.
DPOY, all the
Now the five.
defensive teams.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
Yeah,
pretty much a wash right there, man.
for sure.
The five man is the only real competition we have for real, for real.
Yeah, now this gonna be a conversation because it's like I don't even really know who we might go 5 man here. I almost want to say slide Draymond to the 5, KD to the 4, and put in Jay Rich or Monte.
I'll probably say Bogut if I had to pick one.
Yeah, he was there for them championship years, so I mean he would deserve it. But I feel like there's got to be a big better than Andrew Bogut that played there. We just can't think of.
I mean, in the back in the We Believe Warriors era, their big was Andre Beatrice.
Nah.
Andres Beatrice. It was like, nah, we ain't rocking with you, man. Like over Bogut, nah. Like
Yeah, nah. Like,
I'm
and
trying to
Bogan
scroll
went in
through the
his
roster
prime and
room,
go
like
to state.
nobody. Exactly, that wasn't even the best version of Bogut, but for what he did in that jersey, it's like you gotta respect it. So that might be the only pick for real, for real.
Y'all ain't know it. So the Warriors have a history of not having a good big man because they sure ain't got no big right now.
Kevon Looney, I think Kevon Looney has something to say. We put him at the five.
We grasping at straws. We comparing Bogut and Looney.
Hey man, but I think if because the Warriors always had the small ball because they started with Don Nelson in them era. and it
Yeah.
shifted with the Curry era. And it's like, oh, we don't need a five like that. So all the five they had have just been like serviceable big men, like just come in and play your role, and we'll be good. We'll figure out the rest. So it really, I think it's going to come between Bogut and Looney.
Man, now that I'm looking at it, bro, Bogut ain't even really do much. And so he played 4 consecutive years at Golden State and then got traded the fifth year. And in them 4 years, he was averaging 5 and 7 with a block and a half, 7 and 10 with a block and a half, 6 and 8 with a block and a half, 5 and 7 with a block and a half. So he was good on defense. Now he made an all defensive team also. He was the all defensive second team in one of them years. So like, can't nobody beat 7 and 7? Like, like, oh no. Festus Ezeli. I ain't heard that name in a minute, boy. Shout out to Festus Ezeli. Oh
And that's what I'm saying,
man.
man. Like they never been like I think Looney's best year is where he had 7 and 9. I
That's
ain't got
about
that
the
championship
same.
year.
Yeah, Bogut got better
That's
stats
what
than
I'm saying.
Looney.
Like they've never been a big man centered. Uh, what I'm saying is like I think at this point it's
Mm-hmm.
really just kind of your preference. I don't think we can go wrong. I think a true Warriors fan to be like, nah, you either right. As long as you're showing the respect to both of them, they ain't really tripping. So I think I'm gonna come down to them two for the big, and I'm gonna just probably say Looney off of because Bogut was hurt when he was with them, man. He was a better big, but he was hurt by the time he got with them. So I just want to say Loon, man.
Man, I think you got to go Bogut. Honestly, just looking at it now, because Bogut technically got better stats, and he got all
You
defensive
want off
team.
numbers?
Yeah, did Bogut was there for a championship too. It ain't like Looney was there for all the championships. So it ain't like one got a leg over the other. You know what I mean? But Bogut got better stats statistically, and he played. You know, he got an accolade, all defensive team. You know what I'm saying?
Off the
I
strength
get
of
he
him
had
getting
better
the
years.
accolade, let's go Bogut. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Bogut. Cool.
All right, six man. Oof.
Well, I think it's
Are we
clearly gonna have to
going?
be Monte or Jay Rich.
I think the pick is B Diddy. No love for B Diddy.
I do love Baron Davis, but I think it's got to be between Monte and Jay Rich. I think it's got to be
Hold
between
on,
Monte
man.
and
You
Jay
talking
Rich.
about the dude who was the leader of them teams that they were on? Let me go find B Diddy stats now, man.
Yeah, man, we
I don't
got
know
to,
how I
we
feel
got to.
about this one. So looking at his stats, first year he had 19 and a half and 8 assists. And he had basically 18 and 9, 20 and 8, and 2 steals. Then he had basically 22 and 7, 15 and 7, 15 and oh my bad, that's Clippers year now. Yeah, so his last year in Golden State, he had basically 22 and 7.
Yeah, I think it's also worth mentioning that first year in Golden State, he only played 28 games. Oh no, he got traded, but he still only played 28 games.
Nah, that whole year he played 46, so
Still ain't a lot.
it's barely half the season, bro.
But yeah, so that's worth mentioning. You could tell he was injury prone though, obviously, all his life.
Mm,
But that 07-08 year, he played all 82, averaged
it
21 and
started.
7. And started 21 and 7. I mean, that's cool, bro, but I think Monte really got the best numbers scoring wise. Now they might have been the worst team. So I don't know how much you want to weigh that in.
That's
No,
what I'm
no one was
saying. Like
all
you had
stars.
you had the best teams pre Steph Curry years or pre Steph Curry like real Steph Curry era years.
Yeah.
The best team had to be the We Believe Warriors like the year before or the year after because I think that 06 07 year, I think that was the year they beat Dallas, or was it
Yeah.
07 or 08?
I
I don't know.
think
It
it
was one of them
was.
years.
I mean, I think it was 06, 07.
So that's the year he put his second best numbers up as a Warrior. Well, depending on what you're looking at, but scoring wise, second best numbers up. And then the year following that, he took it even a step further. That's the year he played 82. So he probably got the most iconic pocket of Warrior history and lore of that boom he had over I think it was yeah, Karolinko. So you talking about impact, having success. I
Okay.
think it's B
You
Diddy.
okay, you still looking at Baron stats, right?
Yeah.
Between what year and what year was he in Golden State?
From 04, 05, that was that half year he got traded to 07, 08.
Okay, so in that time frame, Jason Richardson was there. Like they played together.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay Rich averaged more points. Jay Rich averaged 21, 23. 06, 07, he averaged 16. And then 07, 08, he averaged 21 again. And played all 82.
All right, so you said 07, 08, he averaged 21.
Yes.
Barron had 21.8.
Also, they averaged the exact same. That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think on that team, it was really Jay Rich and Steven Jackson kind of like the go-to scores, I think. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
And then Baron Davis kind of like a mix between getting buckets and facilitating because he averaging 7, 8 assists every year. And for
Yeah.
career, he averaged 7.2. So he was definitely getting that thing around.
Yeah. Monte had 2 years averaging 25 and 24 in Golden State. But other than that, it was really more Jay Rich team because he came 05, 06. So he was playing on that team too. Dang, Monte averaged 20 points a game that year too in 07, 08.
I'm
Dang. No
saying
wonder
that
they were
team was
beating people.
crazy. They was getting buckets, bro.
They had three people averaging 20 points. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even realize that.
You
So,
gotta
I
think,
mean,
bro.
yeah,
Like if you look at the players individually, they had like five people who could give you, 15 to 20 points a game. So Barron,
literally.
Jay Rich, Monte, Steven Jackson, and Al Harrington, and Matt Barnes can chip in 10 to like 17 on the right team. So you
Yep.
really got five dudes who can light you up for 20. That's why them boys putting up 120 a game, or could have put up 120 a game at that point, because you got 20 point score, 20 point score. Or he went off for 30. All right, I only got 19 this game. But we flip the next game, I'm dropping 30, and he dropping 22. So you got five dudes who can like, cook you like that. And then Jamal Crawford ended up playing on some of these teams. So it's like, bro, how many bucket getters y'all gonna have on a team? And you got unselfishness bucket getters. It's hard to stop that, bro. So it makes sense for them to have like three dudes averaging about 20.
Yeah. That was a tough team. So, with all that being said, they all played together technically. Monte
Mm-hmm.
had the highest scoring ceiling, if you want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But considering that the best team they all played on was together.
Mm-hmm.
So let's really focus on that. Jay Rich and Monte, Jay Rich and BD both averaged 21.8. Monte averaged 20. So what what you want to say, man? I don't know. I guess it could go either way, honestly. Feel
So
like they did
what
similar things.
for whatever this is worth, in that we are this 06, 07, Baron Davis was 15th in MVP voting.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So whatever that's worth, because 15th is like,
You was a
I
good
don't know.
player.
Yeah. You were the best player on this team, allegedly, or the most valuable.
I mean, but you wouldn't need all NBA, so how much stock can I put in that?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not like a bad pick here, but
Yeah. Yeah, it don't mean too much to me. I'm sorry, B Diddy. I'm
hey,
sorry.
listen, I'm on the same page. Like I'm trying to find something to make it a compelling argument, but I think at this point it's really just like kind of going for your favorite warrior. For me, I think the dunk for me in that moment kind of elevates him because that's an
It's a little
iconic
iconic.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can go for that. I can't really think of no moments like that for Jay Rich and Monte other than Jay Rich in the dunk contest. And even then, was he in Golden State when he was doing the dunk contest? Probably, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I
Because
think
I
that
remember
was.
him in Philly more than I remember him in Golden State, honestly.
I remember him more for Golden State because by the time he got to Philly, I wasn't watching for real, for real. Like not watching for him. So
Yeah, I feel that. I get we go B Diddy then, man. You right. You got that iconic moment. When they talk Warriors basketball, they gonna show that clip.
yep.
So
Like
I go B
if you did,
Diddy.
the reason I think I feel more comfortable about this now. If you want to highlight the moments of Warriors history from 2000 to 2025, that dunk is
It's in there.
that's the one from that era. And you're talking about We Believe Warriors. You're talking about the dunk. You're talking about beating the Mavericks. That moment's gonna be in there. And shout out to Jay Rich winning the dunk contest, but that's like a side mission almost. Like you could mention the history without mentioning dunk contest, but you can't mention history without having the We Believe Warriors in that dunk. Because that was both of that
Mm-hmm.
was just like we on the map type of thing. They gotta respect us. We beat the number one team in the West. Y'all said if they come in here and dog us out, but we ain't gonna smack these boys. So and Baron being the captain of that ship is like, okay, got your respect there. So I think I made the right choice with Baron Davis.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. We go BD.
All right.
Shout out to BD, man. Six man of the year. Because that's the best team.
Yeah. And are we agreeing Clay, I mean not Clay, Curry is the number one pick.
For to say we are not agreeing, Clay. We do not agree. Yeah,
But
no, we
Curry.
good. Yeah, Steph, number one pick. I'm with it.
All right. So we got Curry, Clay, KD, Draymond, Bogut at the five, Baron Davis as our six man for the Golden State Warriors. Now for the Houston Rockets.
Another good one.
This is gonna be pretty interesting, man. Off rip, I'm not sure who to want. Like my brain goes to James Harden as the one.
They also played with Chris Paul, brother, and Russell Westbrook. Now I get Russ wasn't the Russ we know of.
I'm gonna say in the jersey.
Yeah, but I think it's got to be Chris. Honestly,
I don't know, bruh. Cause I think when I get James was like the primarily ball handler of that team, but 'cause I'm trying to think like the Warriors, not the Warriors, the Rockets overall, like before that time, Rafer Alston comes to mind.
the man finna put in Allen Houston.
But I think it really comes down to the current Rockets team for real. For if we're going just off of
Man, how
the
many teams did
2000s.
Brandon Knight play for? I feel like I've seen Brandon Knight name so many times. Brandon Knight was a journeyman.
Yep. Steve Francis,
When did Steve Francis play?
early 2000s. He was there before T Mac got this. He was like maybe before '04 and back.
Man, Steve Francis was probably in the 90s.
Now, his best years probably in the '90s, but he definitely had a pocket early 2000s balling out with them.
Oh, he
I
did.
think the real answer is Pat Bev, bro. We're being honest, bro. Pat Bev is the guy.
Is, isn't. You might be right about Steve Francis. Okay, he played from 2000 into 2004 for the Rockets. He was an all-star 3 times. Averaged 21, 21, 16, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7 assists. Not bad. Steal and a half. Like I said, 3-time All-Star. He was Rookie of the Year in 99, 2000. So that count. So you might be right, man. But you taking for what they did in the Jersey. I'm gonna reiterate that you taking
Mhm.
Stevie franchise over Chris Paul.
Yeah, man. Because if you think about Chris Paul, you're not thinking about if you're going over Chris Paul's legacy and history, you're not thinking the Rockets as much. Definitely going Clippers. Then you got to go Hornets. Before that, and so those are the top two. You probably going Suns next because that's this his final appearance. So then you might say the Rockets because he's the I hate to say it like this, but it's the reason why they weren't there because he was hurt. Like they probably
That
could have
is,
beat that Warriors team if he was healthy that year. So that's probably the 14 you probably mentioned.
yeah, you might be right about that, but let me see when his Houston years was. Yeah, CP was only in Houston 2 years. I thought he was there longer, honestly.
Yeah, I think we gotta go Stevie franchise
Yeah, we go franchise. Shout out Stevie. I downplayed your career, brother. I'm sorry. I
All
apologize.
right,
Shooting
so
guard
Steve
is
Francis.
fairly office.
I kind of hate how obvious this is, man. So we might have to have the rearranging of the three man, but it's James Harden, like
James Harden. Top five shooting guard all time?
for sure.
All right, just make sure. Yeah, go. Here we
Arguably,
go. Jimmy.
arguably top three.
Arguably, arguably, but we arguing about your boy at that point. So I don't know if you want to
Hey
do
man,
that.
I said arguably. I ain't saying I agree with the argument,
Saying, right?
but nah, for sure top five. I think he fighting AI because some people put AI as a one, so it's really between
Yeah.
him AI. Some people throw Jerry West in there as a two, so that's what the semantics of like where you got a person placed in their position comes in. So if you got
Yeah.
James Harden, a one different conversation, but if you got him as a two different conversation, same thing for Jerry West and Allen Iverson and stuff. But that ain't this podcast, bro. That's another day. But
Shout out to my
so,
boy Luke Mba Umute. I just love saying that.
but I got some names on y'all, boy.
I try to tell you, but I got some names on
uh,
y'all. But yeah, man. So, but like you said, James Harden number two. Do we go T Mac at the three? T Mac is a forward, in my
got
opinion.
to.
Anyway, yeah,
I think he's one of them people who like he's a wing because he played two
yeah,
and he played three, so you can't really
he's a
just
wing.
pin him at one because he went up against Kobe and Vince Carter and them. So it's
Yeah,
like you
it was in
can't
the
just
middle of
say
that.
two, you can't just say three. So it's like wing. So for the sake of this, throw him at the three.
I'm with that. We go T Mac at the three. Four man. It's interesting. Who we thinking about? Four man. I don't ever really remember them having a good four man like that.
Uh, what's your boy name? Scola. He was solid for him.
Luis. I mean, we could go Shingun right now. Honestly, we can't think of nobody else. But let's hold on that for right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's kind of like the. I don't want to jump too far ahead and put him on this, but I feel like we kind of could be disrespecting somebody.
Yeah, of course.
But right now it's looking like Scola because them Harden years, they had some people like dang, what's your boy name? The shooter. Uh,
PJ Tucker.
I was thinking somebody else. Dang, the tall white boy shooter,
Steve
Ryan
Novak.
Anderson.
Ryan Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dang,
I
Luis
ain't gonna
Scola.
lie. Tuck is not a bad pick, even though he should not have been playing the four.
Both playing the five. They were
It's
playing
even
small
worse.
ball, three and D. That was their whole line though. Small ball, three and D. Get that ball to James and Russ. Let them play. Y'all boys space out. Set
Robert
the screen.
Covington.
Pop. Scola definitely got a case. I'm looking at it now. Uh, he
Oh, shout
played
out
in
Aaron
Houston.
Brooks. Forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot about Aaron Brooks.
Omer
Luis,
Ashik.
he sucked. Boy, I used to hate him. I ain't gonna lie, you suck, bro. But Scola played 5 years in Houston from '07 to 2012. And he had some good years. He 10, 12, 16, 18, 15, 12, averaging about 7 to 8 rebounds every year. Get you a block, maybe. I mean, he's solid. Yeah, solid stats. Shout
He
out
was like
Patrick
a
Patterson.
Anderson Varejao. A lot of dirty work.
Yeah. So I mean, Scola got a grape. He got a grape.
All right, so I think it's really gonna be between Skull. Oh, Glenn Rice was still. Shout out Glenn Rice,
Shout out to Glenn Rice.
Eddie Griffin.
Trevor Ariza. I remember Trevor Ariza for Houston more than any other place he played.
I remember him. Lakers championship squad.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think it's Scola and Sengun as the real candidates.
I mean, if we talking about who the better player is, it's Shingun. But if we talking about what they've done in the jersey, it still might be Shingun. Let's look at how he's been doing so
Dang, I
far.
kind of hate saying that, bro. I feel
He's
like
been
we
in the
kind
league
of being
five
prisoner of the
years.
moment.
This is his 5th year. He's been an all-star once last year. He averaged 9.5, then
But at the
14,
same
then
time, I'm
21, and
zooming out and trying to
19.
think of
This year,
like,
currently, he's
if I'm a
averaging
Rockets
22.
fan,
Last year, he averaged 19 and
how do I
10, a
feel seeing that?
double-double. Huh?
I kind of hate saying that, but I'm thinking like, if I'm a Rockets fan, how do I feel seeing that? That's the pick.
What other four-man belongs there? It's got to be him or Luis Scola. At least Shingun is an all-star, so he's already done more than what Scola did for them. you know? So they've never had a four-man that was like a great player. So
We'll go Sengun, man. I think that's the pick we'll go with, man.
Scola was there for 6 years, 5, 6 years. This is Shingun's 5th year. They equal. They ain't like Scola, a lifelong Rocket. So it's
Mm.
So the 5-man is also interesting.
You got like three different
Dude,
options we can really go with.
yeah. So I guess the obvious one is Yao Ming.
Yep.
Yeah, Yao's a big name, obviously. But Yao, another one of them guys, kind of like Melo. When we really look at what they did they really do anything? You know what I mean? And I hate to sound that way, but when we look at Yao Ming, how much did he really do for the Rockets? Now, he was an all-star every year thanks to being Chinese. No, I'm just playing. He deserved. He deserved.
Relax.
But he was rookie of the year. He was an all-star. Oh no, he wasn't rookie of the year, but he was an all-star rookie year, averaging 13 and 8.
Hmm.
So you could thank the Asian community for that one, my boy. But after that, the next year he averaged 17 and 9, maybe. But he was an all-star, all-NBA third team. So yeah. Then the rest of these years, you could probably say he deserved. He averaged 22 and 10, 25 and 9, 22 and 10, 19 and 9. And then gap year of being hurt, I think. Yeah, didn't play for injury. Came back, averaged 10 and 4. No, 10 and 5, and was all-star. So you tell me.
So yo, when it comes down to the 5, I think it really comes down to 3 people. It's really between, in my opinion, I could be missing somebody. Yao Ming, Dwight Howard, and we gotta give some type of thought around Dikembe Mutombo.
Man, you know that one Mutombo prime, though.
I know, but he still did a little bit of damage. So this is just off top of the head too. I don't remember what Dikembe did for show, but I remember him kind of holding it down. You got to think too, because Yao was hurt a lot of times. So Dikembe stepped up, and he was probably coming off as like the real 5 during a lot of that time.
True. But I don't know, brother. Do we give any love to Montrezl Harrell and Clint Capella? Probably not, right?
You just gave him love right there.
That's all they get.
Yeah, man.
I don't know about Dwight though. He wasn't there long. He was there 2 years. He was All Star the first year. Second year he played 41 games. So 3 years, my fault. He was there for 3 years. First year he was All Star. Second year he played 41 games. Third year he played 71. He averaged 18 and 12, 15 and 10, 13 and 11. Man, looking at that, I think it's Yao. Just going off that, only 3 years. Yao, bigger name for the franchise. If we talking about the franchise, it's got to be Yao me.
Yeah.
Because nobody think about Mutombo in a Rockets jersey, nor Dwight Howard.
And
But
Mutombo last
Yao
year,
only played him.
the boy played till he was 42.
Mutombo?
Yeah.
Man, you know Mutombo African, man. That birth certificate probably went correct. If I don't know when, don't know how old that boy is. Lord rest his soul.
Yeah, it got to a point where he was just like, all right, Mutombo. Because the first year that he played 80, next year he played 64, 75, 39, 9.
Dang. That's something serious.
He, allegedly, the first year that he was 38.
Yeah, he was touching 40. But they don't know how old my boy was though.
So yeah, I think y'all have the pick for the 5-man.
All right, so 6-man. We got some options. We could go Dwight Howard. We could go I'm trying to think who else we named in circulation.
How much love do we give to
Chris Paul.
I'm gonna say Coutinho Mobley.
Chris Paul, man. I like Coutinho though. Coutinho had the big bodyguard game.
Try to find his stats.
But did Coutinho ever even make an All-Star game?
Did CP make an All-Star game with the Rockets?
Yeah, I think he did. Well, what? Coutinho Mobley. When did Coutinho even play there?
Early.
I see him.
So from 98, 99 until 03, 04.
04, 05, then he got traded apparently.
Yeah,
oh, no. Nah. I don't know.
From 99 to 2000, well, that year, he was second in 6-man of the year. He averaged basically 16 points. Then he jumped up to 19 and a half, 21.7, 17 and a half, and then 15.8. And he played 6 years in Houston, so
yeah. CP only played 2 years in Houston. I would say that. So he wasn't an All-Star. I was wrong. He only played 2 years in Houston. Both years he played 58 games. He averaged 18 and 8 and 15 and 8.
Yeah, so for his years in Houston, he averaged 17, basically 17 and 4 rebounds.
That's on par with CP. Do we like it? Yeah, Dwight Howard. I think Mobley probably deserved over Dwight Howard, so I ain't gonna get into that. Dang, Coutinho Mobley over Chris Paul. I know the individuals, but like for what they did with the franchise is looking like Coutinho Mobley over CP. Coutinho over Luis Scola, probably. Yeah.
I think that's a more interesting conversation. Scola versus Coutinho.
Because, they was both there for a minute.
Shane Battier.
Stats wise, yeah, Shane Battier. Coutinho stats better than Scola's though for sure. So I think we got to go Coutinho Mobley. That's a great pull by you. I was not gonna mention.
I'm trying to run through a couple teams real quick, and it's looking like it's gonna have to be Mobley. Shout out Aaron Gordon. Got to at least mention him.
Yeah.
Austin Rivers. Is Tucker the right option? PJ Tucker?
He never had like great statistical years. So you can't really say that. He's never the guy. He played with James Harden. He was never like a guy on the team. He was always a guy on the team. Coutinho was like one of the guys. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. But he's like the one of the guys. Cause you talking about the
the
others. He's the other for this team,
I would say
probably.
Scola deserved it more than him. He was there longer too.
That's fair.
Eric Gordon did
So
win Sixth Man of the Year while he was there,
I was gonna
and
mention. Did
was
I mention
runner
Aaron
up the
Gordon?
next year. Yeah, you just said that.
Okay, just making sure. So do we go Eric Gordon, Scola, or Coutinho Mobley? Because Aaron Gordon is the only one to have some type of award with him.
Yeah, he was averaging close to what they averaged 16, 18, 16, 14, 17. So he
He
was
played
doing his
7 years in
thing.
Houston. He had basically 16, yeah, basically averaged 16 points with them. I think if I'm a Rockets fan, I try to go back to that standpoint and not be from my point of view.
But I don't think people, I mean, I know we're younger, so a lot of people ain't see him. But I don't think people talk about Coutinho Mobley. So it's like, do they really remember Coutinho Mobley? I think they think about Mobley more for his Clippers days, I think.
Yeah.
And then Scola, I think they remember Scola more for Rockets or Lakers because he was on that championship team, I think, if I ain't mistaken.
No. He went with the Lakers. Wasn't him?
Oh, well, he was with the Lakers in their bad years after Kobe started declining.
Yeah.
But I think people probably remember him more for being a Rocket. Eric Gordon, his best years was with the Rockets and the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. What's up with the Rockets and Clippers, bro? Everybody we've been mentioning,
like trading them back and forth, ain't it?
Basically, it's like, oh, we got Harden from you. Next, we gonna get Eric Gordon from you. Coutinho
Chris
Mobley.
Paul went from the
Chris
Clippers
Paul.
to the Rockets.
It's going back and forth.
They must be buddies, man. Them GMs must be buddies. All like, right, man,
let's go Eric
what
Gordon.
Y'all give us for CP? They go Eric Gordon?
Yeah, he the only one got some hardware.
That's kind of crazy to say. Eric Gordon, no Chris Paul. But for what they did in Jersey, go Eric Gordon.
Yeah, somebody ain't gonna like that one, but it's all good.
They not. But when you think about it, CP only played there 2 years. So if we just taking the best overall player at every time, no matter what time they played there, of course we take CP. But then also by that logic, Shaquille O'Neal on like 8 different teams.
Yeah.
So you gotta go with the guy who did something in the jersey. So give me Eric Gordon.
All right, so circle back on the Rockets. We got Steve Francis at the 1, James Harden 2, T-Mac at the 3, Sengun at the 4, Yao Ming 5, Eric Gordon 6 man. That's kind of fitting because he won 6 man with him.
He's 6 man of the year. That's a good team though. That's a great team actually.
If now of course health is the big issue with the stars, but if they're healthy,
that's dangerous.
You got Harden and T-Mac. Oh my goodness!
I was just gonna say that's them elite bucket getters. I don't know who gonna. I mean, Steve Francis, he can facilitate a little bit. I was gonna say between Steve Francis, James Harden, and T-Mac, I don't know. It's only one ball.
I think the leading scorer on that team might be T-Mac because Harden. I think Harden's more willing to be point guard in situation.
Yeah, but then you got Steve Francis.
I think he because he played with Kyrie and KD, so it's kind of a similar version of that.
You're right.
So I think
James is unselfish, despite what people say about him and scoring wise and stuff. James is very unselfish.
Yeah. So I think he let T-Mac be the leading scorer. He do his thing like the KD route. Steve, you just go cook. You get your assists when they come, but go kill first and foremost. Go dunk on somebody's head, and then I get mine where I fit in. Then you got Sengun gonna be a good high post facilitator. Then Yao, you feel me? Then you got Eric Gordon come off the bench. That's a solid team, man.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, dog. We go down. That's solid. They might be top 5 so far.
Yeah, so let's see about this next team, man. The Pacers.
This one gonna be kind of ugly.
Is Hallie the easy pick at the 1?
George Hill. I can't really say that. They get Hallie over George Hill. Before George Hill, Mark Jackson. Mark
Depends on
Jackson.
the years when Mark
Yeah, I
Jackson was
don't
here.
know. Yeah, let's look into that. Mark, let's see when Mark Jackson was here.
I don't see him on a 2001 roster.
Hmm. Jamal Tinsley. I don't know if people remember Jamal Tinsley.
Shout out
And Tim
Tinsley.
Hardaway. Tim Hardaway snuck in there. Hold on. Oh, he literally played 1 year with the Pacers. Never mind. Never mind on Tim Hardaway. You might be right. Mark Jackson too old. He wasn't there.
So I think it has to be Tyrese Halliburton at the one.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
So shout out
Halliburton.
TJ Ford, Jared Jack.
Yeah, I remember them guys. Jamal Tinsley had a year he averaged 15 and 6. But yeah. Hallie. Shout out to Hallie.
All right,
Two
Hallie at
guard.
the one.
Who we thinking for the two?
All right. Let me see when Reggie hung it up. Because I remember he played on that Malice in the Palace team.
He got 5 years. He got from 2000 to 2005. No All Stars. Had some good years though, but it was declining. 18, 16, 12, 10, 14 for the last season.
All right. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit with this. So for me personally, I'm looking at I think the answers that we're looking at for the 2 and the 3, Reggie Miller, Paul George, Ron Artest, and Steven Jackson are like the 4 we're kind of rounding out here. And
Mm-hmm.
Paul George is the one who I'm kind of bouncing between the 2 and the 3.
Yeah, that's gonna be the dictator. Like, should we put Paul George at the 2 or the 3?
So looking
Uh,
at them years for Reggie, like you said, he
he
01,
was on that.
no bad. Let's go 99 to 2000. He had 18. 2000 to 01, basically had 19. And 16 and a half, 12.6, 10, and then 14, basically 15. So in those 5 years, he was all right.
It's not a lot. Yeah. Now I'm looking at Ron Artest. Ron Artest got a DPOY, 2 all defensive teams, an all NBA third team, 1 All Star. He had a year he averaged 24 points a game.
All right.
I
That
didn't know Ron
solidified.
ever got that high.
That solidified my answer, bro. Paul George at the 2, Ron Artest at the 3.
Running to 3. 4-man, do we go David West?
Or Jermaine O'Neal.
Jermaine O'Neal at the 4, but then who we go 5?
Maybe Roy Hibbert.
I mean, yeah, Roy was there for some important years. So
So,
I ain't
all right.
mad at
So
that.
PG at the 2, Artest at the 3. So we're looking at the 4 or 5 being Jermaine O'Neal. Dang, who you said?
Uh Roy Hibbert. Or we can still
No,
do
David
Steven
West.
Jackson. Oh, David West, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like David West, Jermaine O'Neal at the 4. How much? Well, let me see what Al Harrington was looking like.
Not good. I look. Don't even waste your time.
All right, never mind. Did we show any love to Danny Granger?
I was finna offer him for 6-man because Paul George and Ron Artest kind of got him beat out for that 3 spot, 2-3 spot. Danny Granger can. I mean, we could say he the 4, but I don't know how much love. Like you said, how much love we gonna give him?
All right, so I'm looking up Roy. He played 7 seasons there. He averaged, averaged 11.
Danny Granger had some
11.
good years, though. He had 19, 25, 24, 20, 18. Then he fell off a cliff.
He had like 2 All-Stars there, 1 or 2 All-Stars there.
One, he got a most
Yeah.
improved and was an All Star. The next year he should have been an All Star again. He averaged 24, 2009, 2010. I don't know why he wasn't. 24 points a game don't get you an All Star in 2010.
In
I
10, you
don't
looking
know.
like Bron,
In the
Paul
East,
George might have took it from him.
maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Pierce,
Paul,
Melo.
yeah. But 24 a game, you can't get an All Star game. Yeah, I get Danny Granger's name was never that big. That's
I want to say
valid, but
Bron averaging 28, Melo averaging about 27. So them 2 spots
yeah,
took. Pierce probably averaging over 25 more than likely. So them 3 had to take it.
probably. Hey, my boy couldn't be an alternate. 24. But yeah, you're right. Danny Granger could get in though. I mean, he's 6'9". Ain't mad at it. He had good years, and he probably got the highest points per game average so far that we mentioned.
Yeah. All I'll say is Jermaine O'Neal's on this list. We just got to figure out if he's the 4 or the 5.
Yeah, because Jermaine getting it over Roy Hibbert if it comes to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Roy
So like
Hibbert had
this
two
is,
All Stars though.
oh yeah, I'm looking at him. Like I said, he only averaged 11, and I give him 7 just to round up for the sake of it. And that's if it's going down to them 2 at the 5, Jermaine O'Neal's easy, no competition.
Yeah, and I'm looking at David West. He 12 points, 17 points, 14, 11. About 7 rebounds every year. So yeah, I think he only had 4 years in Indy. Best years was obviously in New Orleans. So I guess he's out. Jermaine O'Neal's resume is extensive. Where's Paul George? There's Paul George. Paul George, PG 13. He had 4 All Stars in Indy. Average 21, 8, 23, 23. See, Danny Granger had 24. Paul George never even averaged 24 a game. He was 20, 23.7, but Danny Granger had the 24. Was not an All-Star.
So are we throwing Danny at the 4?
I'm all right with it, honestly. Danny Granger 4, man, because I feel like people would probably remember him. Indiana fans remember him more than like we would. We remember him, but I feel like an Indy fan because he kept them relevant for a little while. You know what I mean? Before Paul George, it was Danny Granger directly into Paul George, and Danny Granger kind of kept them relevant, like I said. So he was. I think he might deserve it. I mean, we got Paul George on the list already, and then we go Jermaine at the 5.
Yep.
And then our 6th man could be Roy Hibbert, I guess. He also had 2 All Stars, or we could go Stat. But Stat wasn't there very long either.
All right. So, or do we show some type of love to Reggie here?
No, we don't.
Yeah, he ain't getting no All-Star for now.
This ain't all time, my boy. I hate it for you. This ain't all time.
Let me see what Stat did. Where'd you go? Steven Jackson. Shout out to Fred Jones. Cuzzo. Marquise Daniels. Bama boy.
Stat was only there 2 years and got traded the next year in season. 18
Stat
points.
went to a JUCO.
Yeah. Stat couldn't. He could never stay out of trouble all his life. Yeah, Stat was 18-5, 16-4. He's good though. Obviously a big contributor to them teams. But Roy at least got 2 All Stars. Roy went the statistics wise. Roy was the enforcer of the rule of verticality, where like if a big man jumped with his arm straight up, that's not a foul.
Mm-hmm.
And when he made the league realize that they could do that, and it would stop a lot of people. Because you put a 7-footer, Roy Hibbert was like 7'3". He get in the way, jump straight up. Folks can't finish over him. No foul. That became the strat. They couldn't stop LeBron with it though. That was the only problem.
So do we go Stat or Yeah, I think Hibbert because he got the 2 All-Stars.
I think so too.
All right, so Roy at the 6, man. All right, so we're looking at Tyrese Halliburton at the 1, Paul George at the 2, Ron Artest 3, Danny Granger 4, Jermaine O'Neal 5, Roy Hibbert at the 6, man. That's a decent team.
It's solid. Not great. Not bad. Solid.
They could be put them in the NBA. They could be a top 4 seed in the East.
Top 4? You mean East right now, or you mean on the East of these teams?
Of if like and if you put them in a regular NBA season, they could be.
Well, I hope the best players of the last 25 years could be one of the best teams. I hope that's the case.
We look at other teams we did. Well, like some of them was like, nah, brother, y'all just praying for the best, honestly. But I wouldn't be surprised if we looked at them get into like an Eastern Conference Finals type of thing. You think about prime Jermaine, that was prime Jermaine O'Neal. Ron Artest was killing. Hallie, like that's a really good team, man.
That is a really good team. Hallie really would make that team go. Hallie, Ron Artest, Paul George, Jermaine O'Neal.
Like you running,
if
you running with that team, Jermaine at the 5, Roy Hibbert coming off the bench, you can really run with that team. Once Roy comes in, it's pick and roll game. Artest giving you buckets, locking up the defense. I think the defense on that team is crazy. Like that's a crazy defense. Defensively.
Yeah, Danny Granger was a good defender. Paul George, great defender. Ron, DPOI, Roy, Mr. Verticality. Yeah, that's tough. They're good. Like you said, that's a good team. They're just, when it comes to this, what we're doing now, they're not one of the best teams.
Oh, no. They're middle of the pack on this. So, all right. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. Oh, my bad. We done slipped up. First overall pick from the Pacers.
Is it Jermaine O'Neal or Paul George?
I'll say Jermaine or Ron for me.
Ron do got the accolade. He got the DPOY. Boy, is Ron Artest the second best Pacer of all time after Reggie Miller?
2 DPOIs?
He only got 1, I think, if I'm not tripping.
Let me go back and find.
I think he was runner-up for the other one. He should have more, though, but the league kind of blackballed him after the malice.
Because I remember that documentary. He was talking about Ron, and he was like, man, if he could have stayed on the path he was on, yeah, he was running up the year. So he got 1 DPOI and run up the year before that.
Okay. So, I mean, I would say, I could say Ron, but my heart says Jermaine, honestly. And they both got more All-Stars. Jermaine and Paul George was the All-Star, the man on the team for longer. I feel like we show love to Jermaine right here, saying he's the first overall pick.
I ain't mad about it. Yeah, we can go Jermaine. We can go Jermaine as the first overall pick. Because Paul George, he was cool. But are we messing this up by looking at what Paul George became afterwards?
No, I remember PG in Indiana, though. He was a dog. And, like, he was the man, obviously, on the team.
I'm saying Paul George became a lot better after that. Like, even
in Indy, did.
He was good. He was a two-way player. But, like, the bag he got after that, it was like, oh, now you talking next level player now. So
yeah, when he went to OKC, he was in the MVP race. He was like third MVP voting. But if you ask me though, I think we go Jermaine, because Jermaine, if we talk about what they did in the Jersey, what we've been saying the whole time,
yeah,
I think people going to remember Jermaine O'Neal as a Pacer and not Paul George so much as a Pacer now. So if we talk about what they did in the Jersey, Paul George obviously was huge for them, kept them afloat, and hated for Jermaine O'Neal. If it wasn't for the malice in the palace, who knows what his career might have been with the rest of those guys. They might have a championship that year. You know what I mean? That changes everything for them. But for right now, if I had to pick one, I would probably say Jermaine for what they did for Indiana.
I'm mad at it. So let's go Jermaine O'Neal, first overall pick for the Pacers. All right. Next, we got the Los Angeles Clippers. This will get interesting in certain positions. So,
Yeah, definitely.
so
But
starting with the
thankfully,
point
no
guard.
need to go too far back for the Clippers because it ain't talking about nothing.
Oh no, no, no. So starting with the point guard, got to be point guard CP3.
Easy.
Do you have any honorable mentions besides? I don't think no they even have an honorable mention. Who was the point guard with like the knucklehead era? I don't remember who it was.
With Q Rich and I don't you
It
know.
was Q Rich, Lamar Odom, Darius Miles, but I don't remember who the one was.
Clippers bad,
Looking.
bro.
Shout out Corey McGetty. He was on the squad too.
Charlotte McGay.
Dang. I guess Errol Boykins was the point guard starting one.
Daryl Boykins. Matt Barnes played for the Clippers in the early. How long did Matt Barnes play?
He ain't become relevant for a while. Andre Miller, he played on that
He
team.
played
Okay.
14 years.
Keon Dooley.
Oh yeah, Andre Miller. Andre Miller was hooping for a little while, just couldn't stay healthy. But yeah, Chris Paul. We keep pushing, bro. Chris Paul.
Yeah, I'm trying
Let's
to
talk
come
shooting
through.
guard.
Sam Cassell, shout out Sam. He had a nice little run in. Sam
Yeah, a
Cassell.
couple of good years.
But yeah, obviously Chris Paul.
Shout out Coutinho Mobley.
Oh, shout out Sean Livingston. He was
Andre
balling,
Miller,
man.
Sean Livingston, the same player.
So, all right, so Chris Paul at the one. Who we looking at for the two? Do we go JJ Redick? Do we go
Jamal
old
Crawford.
school? Let's go back and see.
Got Eric Gordon.
Forgot
He only
about
was here
him.
2 years. Never mind, 3 years. Average 22 his third year here though. So we got JJ, we got Jamal. Shoot, James Harden.
I just say, do we go James Harden? Do we sneak him in there?
I got two. James Harden, man. I don't know.
Looking like it's gonna be James. I think it's really between James, JJ, and Jamal.
Well, clearly James Harden gonna have the better stats in those out of those names. But for what they did in the jersey,
shout out Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe, he bled, man, my boy.
Yeah, I think we got to go Harden, man.
How long has James Harden even been here?
4 years, I want to say.
This is third. He was an all-star last year. He averaged 16 first year, 20, 22, and then 26. So statistically, he way up there. And then 8 assists every year pretty much. James?
Looking like James.
He the only all-star. Yeah. Okay, so the 3 spot going to be kind of interesting. Do we just go Elton Brand? I like Elton Brand.
Yeah.
I don't know about no other 3-man like that for real. Q Rich, if you want to say.
I mean, shout out Kawhi, but
yeah, Kawhi is barely playing. I'm like not giving him nothing, honestly. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like Clippers fans don't respect Kawhi. They may, like maybe diehard Clippers fans appreciate him keeping them relevant, but I would imagine most Clipper fans are like highly upset with Kawhi and what he's done since he's been here. Because what is that?
This is 6 seasons. He's averaged 24 and a half while he's been there. He's
had 3 All-Stars.
Yeah, he has 3 All-Stars, then play an entire season. Like,
he got 2 All-Defensive teams and 1 and 2 All-NBA teams. So 3 All-NBA teams, I'm sorry. So he's had some years he played enough. But Kawhi is part of the reason they made these rules about how many games you got to play. Because his first few years, all his years as a Clipper, he played 57 games, 52 games, 52 games, 68 games, 37 last year. And right now, currently, he's played 19.
Yeah, it's Elton
Granted,
Brand,
there's
bro.
only been like 20 something games, but he's already missed like 8, 9 games.
Yeah, this is Elton Brand. Pretty
It's
simple.
Elmer.
Yeah.
Kawhi could be six man. I think we just solidified that for him. But Elton Brand, I like him for representing the Clippers.
Yeah. That feels good. And then we got to go Blake Griffin at the 4.
Absolutely. 5 man, do we go DJ, DeAndre Jordan?
Is there even another consideration to be real with you? Like,
I mean, Chris Kaman. No, Chris Kaman.
yeah. Shout out Chris Kaman though, but I think it's really just DJs to lose at this point.
Marcus Camby. He was only there for 2 years. Never mind. Man, looking like DJ.
All right, DJ. Okay, before we go Kawhi, did we show any love to Odom? I think a Clippers fan would show more love to Odom. 5 years
They,
there,
you might be right about that.
third in rookie of the year. His best year there, he averaged 17. 17, basically 8 and 5.
I think we got to go with Kawhi on this one, unfortunately. Love Lamar Odom, but 3 All-Stars. I got to give it to Kawhi. And 3 All-NBAs. Can't leave him out entirely.
Hey man, it's sad how close he was on the chopping block though.
It is sad, but if he played more games, he's a better overall player than Elton Brand, but at least Elton Brand was like the star of the franchise for a while, and you do not feel that way about Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get he's a quiet and introverted person, but Elton Brand was the star of the Clippers for some years, and Kawhi is just not that feeling for him.
Yeah. All right, so we're looking at CP3, James Harden, Elton Brand, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Kawhi Leonard as the 6th man in the first overall pick. That's tougher than I thought it'd be.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, because I think that was prime Chris Paul.
It was absolutely leading the league in assists. He's the best point guard in the world at this point in time.
Yeah, so Chris Paul can be our first overall pick from the Clippers. Now we're going back to the juggernaut superstar franchise of the NBA, Los Angeles Lakers.
Lakers. All right. I had the one. Let's go ahead and throw it out there. Do we go Luka Doncic?
I was going to say Derek Fisher. I thought that was an easy pick.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Nah, I'm joking, man. I can't go D-Fish.
Is there better options, though?
For the one, honestly,
that's a tough spot for them. Since they had Kobe all them years, the one was never relevant.
I was joking when I said D-Fish, but he might end up being.
He got the best case.
Yeah. Side Smush. Ain't no real competition.
So right, he played early 90s. I mean, late 90s into the early 2000s. So 2000 up to 2004 was his time in LA. He averaged 11, 11, 10, and 7. About 3 or 4 assists. The ball went in his hand like that. You know what I mean? So he played his role though.
Shout out Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball. Never thought I'd be saying that in the all-time listings. Yeah, man. D Fish was.
I think it might be D Fish for real. Like I was joking, but
Oh, I didn't even realize D Fish left and came back to LA. I forgot about all
Yeah.
that.
He was there the
He
early
still.
back when he had hair, Kobe and Shaq years. Left,
Mm-hmm.
went to Utah, bounced around a little bit, and came back to LA for the second three-peat.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I think we go Luca, man. Because after that last championship with Kobe, they was in flux for a little minute. Gary Payton.
oh man. Yeah,
It's
I think
one year, not even 1 year. It's two halves of a season, with combining to be one season. Is
yeah.
that enough for Luka Doncic to go ahead and get it over Derek Fisher?
I can't I don't feel right doing that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know, man, because what Derek did for the franchise obviously means something.
5 rings.
But yeah, still ain't.
I think Rondo might have a better case than Luca,
Rondo only played for 2 seasons.
but he got a ring with him though.
He got a ring. D Fish got multiple, so we doing that. I had to say D Fish then.
That's my point. I'll say D-Fish. Shout out to Nick Van Exel, even though he was 90s.
Yeah.
That's my pick, man. I gotta go Fish.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. We go D Fish.
All right, so Fish at the 1, Kobe at the 2. I mean, finna waste no time with that. All right, for the 3 spot.
Bron.
Yeah.
Bron got him a ring. The 4 spot. We go AD.
Lamar Odom.
Yeah, Lamar Odom clearly probably the more iconic Laker. Do we go AD though?
Hold on. Over Paul Gasol?
Yeah, I gotta go Powell. So I forgot. I'm tripping. Yeah, gotta go Powell. He is Mr. Laker in that era after Kobe.
And then Shaq at the 5.
Shaq at the 5. Honorable mention. I mean, 6 man. Do we go AD? Do we go Lamar Odom?
I want to say Lamar Odom because I think he had better years there for more years. I think AD probably gave you 2 good years.
AD came in 2019, like 2019, 2020. And then he was there until last year, 22 and 24. So 5 years. How long was Lamar in Laker Town? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. He won 6 man of the year. Averaged about, he went between 14, 15 points. Got you. He's had some years averaging a double-double. 14 and 10, 15 and 10. Averaged 9 rebounds a couple times. Gave you about 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Lamar was crazy. But I mean,
He had 6 years. Anthony Davis had 6 years of Lakers. Basically averaged 25.
How much love we showing
25.
Andrew Bynum?
That right there. Shout out Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, he was an all-star, 2-time All-NBA. I mean, All-NBA second team in 2011. Averaged 18 and 11, so he wasn't no slouch. He
No, for
played
sure.
in the same franchise as Shaq.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm disrespecting him, but in this conversation, I'm not picking him over AD in this instance.
Yeah. So AD or who do we say?
Lamar
Odom. Man,
AD put up 25 and 11, bro. That's tough.
He was technically the number 1 option most of the regular season. Braun was like the facilitator. He was like the scoring option. Got 4 All-Stars with LA. All NBA second team, all defensive team, 2 all defensive teams.
Yeah. I think again, it gotta be AD.
Yeah, gotta go AD. AD 6 man. We show respect to Powell. Gave Powell the starting 4 spot. AD 6 man. I'm all right.
Yeah, shout out Lamar for me will be the 7th man. If we were going that deep, Lamar would be the 7th man.
Yeah, he's next. Next on the list.
All
Lakers
right,
fans
so
probably would say Lamar over AD though. They'd be so fickle about everything.
yeah. I mean, if I was a Lakers fan, I'd probably say the same thing. And this is more of just like fandom of what he was and what he meant to the franchise and stuff. So I get it. But yeah, so we got D Fish at the 1, Kobe at the 2, Bron at the 3, Powell at the 4, Shaq at the 5, Anthony Davis as our 6 man. And we gotta go first overall pick.
Cold or
Yeah.
Shaq.
I think I gotta go Kobe, man. Oh,
Gotta
never
go
mind.
Kobe.
Prime Shaq. That was probably prime Shaq right there, man.
If we drafted, I'm drafting Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we were talking about a real draft, I'm drafting Shaq. But if we talk about just for what they did for the Lakers, I'd probably say Kobe. But number one overall pick is Shaquille O'Neal.
We gonna go Kobe / Shaq on this one, man.
Kobe / Shaq. Can't go wrong.
But we gotta pick one. If we're like you said, if we're going, I have to build a roster, and I got the first overall pick. I'm going Shaq. But like I said, if we're going with it for the franchise, I'm going Kobe.
Yeah. We leave it at
Mm.
that, really.
Yeah, that's it. I ain't trying to go no further than that. All right, next we got the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. By the way, the Lakers is now the best team we did. Yes, over the Warriors.
All right, so we got the Grizzlies next. All
Point
right, so
guard is
I
interesting.
think it really comes down to two people for me, and this is just off top again.
Okay.
Do we go Mike Conley or we going Ja?
That's the one. Shout out Mike Conley, man. Consummate professional. Was holding down for a long time in Memphis, man. Folks don't remember. He was in Memphis for 10 years, dog. He been a pro for 19.
Man,
He was averaging. He had a year he averaged 20. But he mostly teetered around 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. Had a year he averaged 20, had a year he averaged 21. He never was an all-star, though. Dang.
nope.
That's tough, though. Then he was all defensive second team once. I think, man, if you ask Grizzlies fans, like you keep saying, I think they'll say Mike Conley. 10 years in the franchise, Ja is clearly an all-star and stuff, and clearly the better player. But for what they did for the franchise, we might have to go Mike. You know what I
Hey
mean?
man, I don't mind defending Mike Conley. I'm putting if you good, I'm putting Mike here.
All right, I'm with it. For the Grizzlies franchise, yes, I'm with it.
Yeah, so obviously Ja's the better player, but what Mike Conley did in the uniform so far, you know what I mean? He got to be the one.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're looking at the 2 guard. Is it the grandfather himself?
Nah, it can't be Tony Allen. No
He's
way.
not Mr.
Tony
First
Allen.
Team All Defense.
I love TA to death, man. Love you to death, boy. But there's got to be a better shooting guard than Tony Allen.
Hey,
OJ
man,
Mayo.
ooh, that's a good name right there, man. OJ Mayo.
He was only there for 4 years. Uh, averaged 18 rookie year, 17 the next year, 11 and 12. So yeah, he started declining. But dang, man, I feel like OJ Mayo would have had some better stats than he actually did.
So it's like OJ Mayo, TA.
Man, as of
Shout out
right
Courtney
now,
Lee,
Courtney Lee.
Eddie Jones, Cuzzo again. Mm.
Oh, defensive
Shout out
first
AI.
team.
He had a year there.
Yeah, he's only 1 year though.
All right, so Tony Allen
Himself.
or
Bonzi Wells.
Oh, yeah, I thought about him earlier. Bonzi.
I only had 2 years there. Nah, he ain't talking about that. Didn't Tracy McGrady had like a year in Memphis or some games, a cup of coffee?
I mean, he might have he
I might
might have
dream
grabbed
that
the
up.
cup. He might have grabbed the cup, but I don't even know if he put coffee in there.
Ain't even make it to the coffee pot.
I don't see him on the list of
Man.
teams. But I was thinking the same thing. I thought he would have been on there, but no, I don't see him on the list.
All right, man. It's looking like Tony Allen.
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller was there for a little minute.
That's okay. Let me see what Mike did there. For Memphis, he averaged 13. Okay, Mike, he rookie of the year. Oh, that was Orlando. But that's a rough. No shout out to Mike though. You know, that's a rough rookie of the year. Oh, he must have
Weak
been on the
class.
team then. I don't know, but he won 6 Man of the Year with Memphis, so I
That's
don't think that's
something.
better than TA.
Yeah, I might have to go Tony Allen. Ben McLemore. Yeah, let's
Xavier
do it,
Henry.
Tony.
All right, so looking at the 3-man, are we going Bang? Are we going I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna suggest something.
Do we go Shane Battier?
I was gonna say Shane Battier is a good one. So I'm gonna suggest something. If we want to be as impartial as possible, I know it's not gonna be the best looking team, but
Mm-hmm.
we could slide Pau Gasol to the 3, Zebo for the 4, Mark Gasol for the 5. What we think?
Because the big man is the conversation. Let's skip ahead and do this because we got to think about Mark Gasol, Triple J, and Zebo. Both Gasol brothers, Zebo and Triple J. Got to think about them
Mm-hmm.
four.
Yeah.
You got two DPOI, Triple J and Mark Gasol. Zebo was probably the face of that early grit and grind team.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Mark was the OG holding it down. All right, so I'll
Also,
say this.
man. Also, man, we got Rudy Gay. I meant to throw in Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay. Oh, that made it ugly. Come on, man. You just had to mention
Rudy
Rudy.
had
Okay.
6 years in Memphis. He averaged 21 good year, 18, 19, 19, 19, 18. So Rudy got a gripe. He never was an all-star, no awards or anything, unfortunately. But at least he averaged 20 and hovered around 20. He averaged 20 once, but every year after that was like 18, 19.
Shout out Stromae Swift. Early 2000s big. All right, so I'm gonna be real with you. I'm leaning towards throwing. This is gonna be an ugly lineup, but let's say we throw like Marc Gasol at the 5, Paul Gasol at the 4, Zebo at the 3, something like that, and then Triple J as a 6-man.
Who'd you say at the 3?
Zebo
Zebo, Powell,
and Mark.
Mark. And then Triple J at the 6-man. So no John Moran at all.
What award does he like? We talking about 2 DPOIs. Marc Gasol is not coming off this list,
No, he's
and
not.
Zebo was the face, and he carried it for a while, and he had them to going against the Spurs with Tim Duncan, going against the Kobe Lakers, going against early OKC, going against the Warriors teams. Like that's the Zebo we talking about here too. Like I love Ja. Like I hate to leave him off, but we talking like the big is the toughest wing. I mean, toughest spot to squeeze in. And I feel
Absolutely.
crazy leaving off any of these guys because you're talking about two DPOIs on this list. Marc Gasol is the definitive. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's the number one overall pick of this franchise. So he's
Yeah,
on
probably
here
so.
as the 4 or 5. It's really figuring out, do we keep one of the DPOYs as a starter? Zebo is like, how do we figure that out?
I don't know, man.
Like,
Cause
it looks crazy to
Powell.
have Jaw
So what we could do. Okay, so we said Mike Conley at the one.
and Tony Allen
Let's
at
do
2.
this. Let's
Ja
go ahead and
at 3
take Tony Allen off.
and put Ja there.
Put Ja there, and then we keep Zebo, Powell, Mark, Triple J, 6 man. Love the grindfather, man. But like I said, there has to be somebody better than Tony Allen. Like there has to be, and we found him. His name is Ja Morant.
Part of me, like,
I get it for the Memphis brand.
yeah,
You probably would say Tony Allen before you say Ja Morant,
yeah.
especially because Ja be in and out the lineup. He even had the troubles, but I don't know, brother. It just seems like we got to go Ja Morant. You can't have Ja Morant off the list. He's literally
Yeah,
the highest points per game scorer out of everybody.
yeah.
Pau Gasol averaged 20 twice. He had one All-Star. Zebo, I don't think Zebo was up. I think maybe he had like one All-Star too. I ain't look at his All-Stars.
All right, so
And Mark can't come off. Go
do
ahead.
do you want to say who would you rather have first, Mike Conley, I mean, or Tony Allen?
It depends on what kind of team I got. Because Tony Allen's just a defender. Just a defender. Mike Conley's a great point guard. Like a
I'm talking
solid
about in
point
terms
guard
of what
and
we're
defender.
doing here, because Ja Morant, we can either put Ja Morant at the 1, Tony Allen at the 2, or Mike Conley at the 1, Ja Morant at the 2.
I think, okay, so Mike don't really have no accolades for his name. At least Tony Allen got all defensive teams. So if we go off that, then it's Tony Allen. But Mike was also there 10 years. Mike played in Memphis for 10 years.
Yes, but once again, if I'm a Grizzlies fan, I'm probably going Tony Allen.
I'm not mad at that. I'm honestly not. So
So we're
you want to take
going,
Mike off the list?
yeah. Dang, man, I feel like as a Grizzlies fan, you probably love seeing Mike on there, but I think you would probably understand leaving Tony Allen on there.
Yeah.
All right, this one hurt, man. This hurt my heart.
Yeah, it hurt me too a little bit. It feels like Mike Conley should be on the Memphis Grizzlies
Yeah,
Mount Rushmore.
what's
Like
crazy
Marc
about that?
Gasol, Zebo up there for sure, but Mike was
For
their
the
point guard, so it feels like he should be there.
for the Grizzlies, you probably looking at all the bigs on their list, or 3 of the bigs on their list, probably be on that Mount Rushmore. You're looking at Zebo, Powell, and Mark.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got to throw them on their Mount Rushmore and probably put Ja as the next one, maybe. Like, that's probably Mount Rushmore right there for Grizzlies history.
Yeah, Tony Allen and Mike Conley kind of right there with him because you got to think with Zebo and Mark on there, Mike Conley and Tony Allen was also there.
Yeah.
They part of that whole sequence. So that's what makes it difficult because it's like you almost kind of want to say all 4 of y'all got to be on there. Mike, TA, Mark, Zebo. But
Mhm.
obviously John Morant is better than Mike Conley.
And then
True, Rudy
Powell's
Gay better than Tony Allen. And then then you got Powell. So, but
dang, bro.
if we going for the best possible player at those positions, then you got to have John Morant in there. So then you want Ja at the 1 and TA at the 2, or you want Mike Conley in over TA?
Oh, man. I really want to show love to TA, man. But I feel like I feel like Mike Conley's the right choice.
All right, I'm with that. So we
So we're
got
going
Mike
Conley at the
Conley at the
1.
1,
Yeah.
John Morant at the 2,
Mm-hmm.
Pau Gasol or / Zebo at the 3,
Mm-hmm.
We can say Pau Gasol at 3, Z-Bo at the 4, Mark Gasol at 5, 6-man Jared Jackson Jr.
Yep.
First overall pick.
I'm still going with Powell.
I can go with Pau. It's between him or his brother. His brother got
I
the
think Powell
DPOY.
because he was holding it down as one of the top 5 power forwards in the era of the greatest power forwards.
Solid. That's solid. Yeah, solid reason. Also explains why you don't got a lot of all-stars.
Yeah, so you fighting with KG, Dirk, and Timmy. Z-Bo too, trying to hold it
And
down
y'all
doing
all in
that.
the
So
West.
all in the West, bro. So considering that, Mark is my guy for me. That's my pick.
All right, I'm with that.
All right. Now this one's finna hit home. We're going to the Miami Heat.
Ironically, it's going to be fairly easy.
I think we only got one position to really kind of figure out, and that's really going to be the one man, the PG.
Would you say Gary Payton? Would you give Gary Payton a shot?
That was old GP, so consideration, yes. But is that the pick? Probably not.
Yeah.
You
Nah,
got
and
Tim
he's only been 2
Hardaway.
years. Yeah,
Tim
I was going to
Hardaway was
say here's
there.
my next thing. Tim
Let's see what he was looking
Hardaway.
like. He played 6 seasons with the Heat, averaged 17, and basically 8 assists.
Might be
Two-time
Tim Hardaway.
All-Star.
Because I
Okay,
don't
so
think
we're
they ever
going
had
10.
another point guard that was an all-star.
Thanks to LeBron and D-Wade messing that up.
Yeah, they messed it up. LeBron went there, Mario Chalmers would have been all world.
Oh, man. Ray
Yeah, I
Boston
think
had
it's
a little stop there.
yeah, true. Think you gotta go Tim Hardaway. Think you got to.
Shout out to Quan Cook, Chris
Who was
Quinn.
that?
Hey man, that he was there when the struggle years before Bron got there, man.
And they were struggling. There's a reason.
Hey boy, hey my boy, listen, I know, I know. It was after that championship team. It's just like we couldn't find the right stuff to mesh together, man. So shout out Mike Bibby, Carlos Arroyo, Eddie
Oh
House.
yeah.
But yeah, you looking at Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway at the 1, 2 and 3 solidified. Don't really need to say too much about it. Really 4 too, but I guess it's somewhat of an argument for the 4. But D Wade and Bron 2 and 3.
All right, so
We want to go Bosh at the 4
if
or
we
Alonzo
want to
Mourning.
go. If we want to go Heat culture, you got to mention Udonis Haslem.
Make Buddy 6 man.
But Bosh is the 4.
Over Alonzo Mourning? Is there no argument for Alonzo Mourning?
I don't think so, man.
Alonzo Mourning got 3 All-Stars in the 2000s because he played in the 90s. He was better in the 90s. But from 99, 2000 to 2001, 2002, he averaged 21, and then he fell off a cliff. It was 13 and 15.
He was playing
But,
behind Shaq a lot at that time too, so
yeah.
that hurt him. But
And he won DPOY
with the Heat
in 2000. He won in 99 and 2000. So he got one in this era. He got a DPOY.
I think we discovered that we would take one of them back and give it to somebody else. I forgot who it was though.
We did talk about that.
Okay. So yeah,
it happened.
Yeah. So, but Bosh averaged 18 and 7.3, almost a block and almost a steal. 0.9 for both of them.
Yeah.
All-Star every year, except the last year he didn't play.
Alonzo was three times an All-Star. in Miami in this era.
So Bosh was 6-time All-Star.
Okay, so now I'm gonna offer this up to you.
Bump off Shaq.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's on the table. I was gonna say, do we bump Bosh for Bam Adebayo and keep Shaq? Like Bam at the 4, Shaq at the 5. Do we take Bam over
Oh,
Bosh? Would you do that?
I can't do that, brother. I can't.
I ain't
Six
mad
time
at it.
All
Just
Star. 6-time All
two
Star. How many Bam
championships.
got?
Bam been All Star a couple times. It ain't been 6 though. It's not been 6. I
Yeah.
would bet my money. And then you also got Jimmy Butler. They went to
Oh,
the finals twice.
Jimmy is the. If he don't get that 4 spot, he's the 6th man.
Okay, you say that. Bam Adebayo got 3 All Stars, same as Alonzo Mourning, but he's been All
Okay.
Defensive Team 5 times, but only 1 first team, 4 second teams.
Mm.
Never DPOI anything like that, so that's kind of tough. But they went to the finals twice with him. He averaged 21 good season. Every other year been teetering 18, 19. So how we feeling? So we could go Jimmy at the 4 or Braun at the 4, Jimmy at the 3, I guess, probably more likely. Jimmy did take him to 2 finals. He ain't get many All Stars because he don't play in the regular season for real. He don't hoop out in the regular season. He turned it on in the playoffs. But how you want to do it? So we looking at Jimmy, Bam, Bosh, Shaq for the last 2 spots on the starting lineup, and then somebody can be 6 man.
Jimmy, Bam, Bosh. Still got to throw
Shaq.
in Zoe because Zoe had a
And still
DPOY
also, yeah, DPOY in the era.
and he was
In the
third in
era.
MVP voting.
Now
That's tough.
Shaq had a short stint there, so I mean I understand if we bump Shaq, but they still won championship.
Shaq Diesel.
And he was an
Let me
All
see.
Star all 3 years in Miami. He was in Miami for 3 years. Well, 4
No, 4
years. He
years.
got
4
traded
years.
the
Yeah.
4th year. He averaged
So
22 and 10, 20 and 9, 17 and 7.
yeah. So
All
overall,
NBA first team.
So
Yeah,
overall, he
Shaq got to
averaged
stay.
19, 19.6 and 9. So dang, this is tough. Okay, so we're looking at Jimmy Butler,
Mm-hmm.
Zoe, Bosh, Shaq, and
I
Bam.
think Shaq got to stay. After looking at his stint in Miami, he was 3 times All Star, averaged 20. They won championship. I think we got to stick with Shaq in there for
I
that.
think Bam is the most cuttable one.
Zoe over Bam.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler's
DPOY.
yeah, DPOY for sure. 3 All Stars, 3 All Stars, or 2 All Stars, 3 All Stars, but he got a DPOY. Yeah. And then Jimmy Butler over Bam. Jimmy Butler was their best player technically, so I would understand.
Yeah. So I think we got hold on. We got 3 spots left with 4 players.
So if we cut Bam,
Bam's
we could
cut.
go Zoe. Okay, so we go Zoe at the 4, Shaq at the 5, call Jimmy 6 man. Unless we want to take Zoe off of Jimmy. How you want to do it?
It feel kind of crazy leaving Bosh off.
It do feel
But
crazy to leave Bosh off.
okay, I think the conversation comes down to Jimmy versus Bosh.
But Jimmy was their best player, so it's kind of hard because I know Bosh could obviously can be somebody's best player because he was,
Mm-hmm.
but Jimmy was their best player for several years.
This one feel ugly too, man. I feel like we're in that spot we were with the Grizzlies, basically, of just you got
Jimmy
so
Butler
many
was an
fighting
All Star,
for, yeah.
All NBA third team, All
All right,
Defensive
so
second team.
I'm gonna keep going back to this perspective. If I'm a Heat fan, which one? I'm gonna put it to you like this: which one makes the most sense?
Bosh makes the most sense. 2 championships, 4 finals appearances, 6 All-Stars. I think Bosh makes the most sense. I think
I
after
think so
Bosh,
too.
if I think after Bosh, if we only count these years, I think we bump Zoe.
Hmm.
Because Jimmy took him to 2 finals, bro. You know what I mean? Even though he left the way he did, I think they would want him left off for that purpose. But if we not taking it that far politically, you know what I mean? Jimmy got to be in there too. He took him to 2 finals. So I would say make Jimmy 6 man and we just leave off Zoe and Bam.
But I think Jimmy is actually next cuttable because the other three are champions. They actually brought him a ring.
Uh,
All the rings came from these three bigs.
well, and they all in. Bosh. Oh, it's because I said cut Zoe.
Because Zoe was part of that '06 championship team and he's a DPOY. He won it with Shaq that year in '06. You say you can't leave off Shaq. Bosh was part of that back-to-back Heat team. Jimmy's the only one that's not a champion. And him and Bam. But,
We already cut Bam. I mean, okay. I can go for that. But Zoe and Bosh was not the Heat's best players. They were definitely big contributors to championship teams, though. So I could go for that.
yeah. I think Jimmy definitely has a strong case. But I think if you ask a genuine Heat fan, because once again, we got to leave on Zoe because we don't remember Zoe for real as a Heat guy. But looking at the numbers and awards, you can't leave off Zoe. The fact he was a champion, even though he wasn't prime Alonzo Mourning during that time, it feels crazy leaving him off. So think about
True.
Heat culture. He plays a big role of Heat culture too. He was there before the D Wade era, obviously, and he was there during the D Wade era, and he's there after. I think he's still there now. So Zoe has to be on there because he means so much to the Heat culture in these past 25 years. So I think he would be. I think I start him at the 4, Shaq at the 5, and Bosh at the 6 man.
I like Bosh to be over Zoe. I'm okay with Zoe being over Jimmy, but I like Bosh to be over Zoe.
I ain't mad
Like,
at it. I ain't gonna fight on and think it's
because in the championship year we talking about, Zoe was like one of the guys.
that's fair because he did more at the Hornets.
Right.
So yeah, I give you that.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
let's go. Bosh at the 4, Shaq at the 5, Zoe 6 man.
yep. So you got Tim Hardaway, D Wade, LeBron, Bosh, Shaq, Zoe, and was understood they got to be explained for the first overall pick.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
All right, we're going to your neck of the woods now, man.
I'm ready.
Yeah, are we going for the point guard? What are we going for the PG, man? You feeling like Brandon Jennings?
Man, it's ugly. We going Brandon Jennings out the gate. It must be slim pickings.
That's a 50 ball right there, man.
A 50 ball.
He could have had more,
That,
man. That Achilles messed him up, bro.
that's unfortunate, brother. Damon
Monte
Jones.
Ellis. Who?
Monte Ellis. Damon Jones.
If we going
Damon Jones played everywhere.
I don't say we going Damon Jones, brother. We
we grasping at straws.
It's worse than that, man. I probably put Sam Cassett. No, I probably put TJ Ford or something before that.
Ramon Sessions. Shout out Ramon Sessions, man.
Okay. We got something interesting to kind of get to though, because honestly, I would feel good about Drew Holiday.
Yeah, I would too. Even though it was only like 3 years, I would also feel good about Drew Holiday. Because it feels like nobody stays in Milwaukee long.
Yeah.
That's why,
Definitely.
like Giannis and Kareem got all the records because nobody stays in Milwaukee. Like you can't name nobody who played in Milwaukee for like 8 years. You know what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
like Reggie Millers. There's no
Actually, it's
like
only two people we could have in discussion. Well, they're gonna come up later in this next two positions, but only two people we can think about that stayed there for a decent amount of time. They actually played together. That's crazy.
man. Do we go Drew Holiday? Let me look at Drew Holiday stuff. Let me see how long he was actually here. Shoot, I'm dang near on the verge of saying go Michael Redd at the one and Chris Middleton at the two, but then I might need them to be the two and the three.
I would say Ray
So,
Allen, brother. You can't forget Ray.
how long was Ray in Milwaukee?
Hold on. I finna look up Sam.
Go
We'll go
ahead,
back
you
to
do
Ray.
Sam. I got
No, I'm
Drew
on Ray.
Holiday.
So
Okay.
Ray,
Drew Holiday was here for 3 years. He got an all-star. He averaged 17, 18, 19. Was all defensive team all 3 years he was here. So he definitely got a case. He definitely up there.
all right. So Ray was in Milwaukee for 7 years at 19.6. I'm tired of this jump popping up anyway. All right. So yeah, 19.6. He was a three-time All-Star. He was a third-team All-NBA. Serviceable. Nothing crazy.
So it might have to stay Drew Holiday then.
All right. Let me see what Sam Cassell did and go back to him. Sam I am. All right. He was in Milwaukee for 5 years, put up 19 a game.
It's
Nah,
tough.
Drew got that. I think Drew got that, man.
Yeah, Drew got accolades with it too. 3 all defensive teams, 1 all-star.
Probably should have won a DPOY in that era too.
Could have, was in the running. Okay, so we go Drew at 1. Now we
Looking
got a
like Drew.
real case for Ray Allen versus Michael Redd for the 2. Looking at it, I think it's Michael Redd. Michael Redd was going crazy. He had a 5-year, 6-year stint of averaging over 20 points a game with the
Say, because he
highs of
stayed there
26.
longer. He stayed there longer, so he has more of a fight to put up. And
For sure.
he put up basically 27. I round up on the 26.7 year. But only one All-Star to say to Ray Allen. I think he said 3. Yeah, he had 3 All-Stars. So
Yep. It's crazy. He ain't got none. He got 1 all-star, but like average of 26. They were bad though, obviously.
mm-hmm.
But Michael Redd was getting to it.
So
Mike said, I ain't bad.
Do we go Ray at the 2, Mike at the 3?
There was somebody else I said. Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton.
Yeah. About Chris. Honestly, I'm thinking Ray might get left off.
I was gonna say I think Michael Redd has to be on there. Like I don't think
Yeah, for sure. Michael Redd for sure on there.
it's just figuring out it's either 2 or 3, honestly. So I'm fine with him playing at the 2.
Man, shout out Jabari Parker, man. I wanted Jabari Parker to be good so bad. I was such a fan.
Oh man, rooting for that boy.
Was room for that boy. He over here with me. Nah, Chris Middleton got 3 All-Stars. I thought he might have more.
He was there for a second.
Chris got 4 years averaging 20 points a game, but he hovered around that 18, 15. So, of course, he had some really good years in Milwaukee. So, I'm thinking Chris deserving more than Ray. They both got 3 All-Stars, but Chris there longer, and he was touching 20 a game. Ray did not.
All right, so Red is the 2. Trying to see if there's anybody else we can even think about. Shout out Sean Livingston again.
Boy, I got the rainbow jerseys.
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen. We down bad. We suffering.
All right, so I'm red is the two. Let's go ahead and knock that in.
Yeah, red the two.
So are we saying Chris at the three?
It's looking that way, man. It look like we have to leave Ray Allen off for the starting lineup at least. Might possibly be 6 man.
Okay, we're going Chris at the three, Giannis at the four.
Of course. 5 man is interesting.
Do we go? I think we got to go Brook, man.
Bro Lopez, I ain't mad at it.
I think so. The only
Got,
other fight I could think of would be Bogut.
yeah, I was just finna say Bogey.
I mean, when
Yeah, I
came in
mean,
07, 06, somewhere around there. When did Bogut come in? Shout out Yan
shout out.
Jianlian.
Ah, it's just funny because that sounds so made up, but it ain't. Yeah, Gianni.
Yan Jianlian.
Oh boy, I was gonna say shout out my boy Thon Maker.
Oh, Thon. Man, I ain't not gonna shout out your boy Bobby Portis, man. I was waiting for you to shout him out.
I was gonna say Bobby Portis too, but then when you said Brooke, I was
Yan.
like, oh, it's got to be Brooke. No, not Jan.
Oh,
that did not change my opinion on nothing, my good brother.
but all right. Bogut, he had 7 years there. He averaged basically 13-9. Third in rookie of the year. No All Stars. No. Third All NBA. How he third All NBA, but not get an All Star?
Might have picked it up on the back end, or maybe he was hurt.
Probably.
Milwaukee.
We played 69 games, so.
Oh yeah, I don't know then. Brooke was in Milwaukee from 18 to 25, so 7 years. Averaged around 12 points. Had 1 year he averaged 15, and he was second in DPOY vote, and he was the defensive first team.
So basically about
Brooke
the
wasn't
same.
getting, Brooke wasn't getting no rebounds. Always at that 3-point line.
Bug gave some rebounds though. He averaged 8.7 in his career, but he averaged 9.3 with Milwaukee. Best year there, he averaged 11.1. I mean 10.2, 10.3. So he was gonna give you about 12 and 10, 12 and 9. I feel good saying Lopez.
Yeah, I do too. I was gonna say Bobby when you said Brooke. I was like, technically, Brooke was starting over Bobby, so gotta go Bobby. Gotta go Brooke. So, all right, so we go Brooke at the 5. So that round out the starting line. So now the 6 man is kind of a toss up. So we going Ray, or are we going B Jennings?
Does Jennings even have an All Star? Because if not, I think it has to be Ray.
I think he got one. I think it's only one. I'm not sure though. When was he even there? 2010? Yeah.
Shout out Jerry Stackhouse.
I was just about to say that. I was eating name too. That's funny, man.
Oh, Monte Ellis. Forgot about you.
Yeah, we forgot Monte Ellis.
Mike Dunleavy. Steven Jackson had to stop there too. All right, B Jennings.
Yeah.
All right, so he played 5 years, averaged 16.5. Third in rookie of the year voting.
No All Stars.
I think it's Ray, man.
Yeah, I gotta go Ray then. Ray at least was an All Star.
And he had 3 of them things, so let's go Ray. All right, so for the Bucks, we got Drew Holiday at the 1, Michael Redd, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez, Ray Allen as the 6th man. And obviously, I'll let you handle who's going to be the first overall pick.
The guy, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shout out to you, champ. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. So next we'll be moving on to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Uh, Timberwolves.
I think for
This one
PG,
should be fairly
first
easy.
first one come to mind is Sam Cassell and Rick Rubio.
No Stephon Marbury, love.
I just said first came to mind. I ain't say that was the pick.
Let's say no Starberry, love. But Ricky Rubio up there for sure. Ricky Rubio was there for a long time.
Shout out Maurice Ager, Cuzzo. That's Cuzzo for real.
For real.
I be joking with everybody else. All right,
Rubio.
All right, so you get Rubio, and I'll find Steph.
I'm on it. Rubio was averaging a consistent about 10 and 8. 1 year I had 11 and 9. No awards or accolades. Was second in Rookie of the Year voting, if that means something to you. Was going to get you about 2 steals a game. Solid, bro. Solid. About 10 points, 8 assists, 2 steals. That's a good point guard. But he was there for 6 years doing that.
Shout out Rashard McCants.
He will not be on the list.
No sir, Bob. Bro, why is it not showing me Steph? Was Steph in the 90s?
Stephon Marbury? No, he played with KG.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it not showing me Steph? Am I tripping?
I don't know what year he got drafted.
I know they played because KG drafted was 95 or 96, something like that. There you go. All right, I found his name. I was like, bro, what's going on? All right, so he did not play in Minnesota in the 2000s, so he's off the list.
He's out.
He got drafted in 96. Then he left in 98, 99, went to New Jersey. So he's not on the list, not in consideration.
Dang. So Sam Cassell or Ricky Rubio?
All right, let me go find Cassell.
Oh, yeah, it's Cassell. What's that? Yeah, it's looking like Cassell. I just pulled it up.
All right. He only had 2 years in Minnesota, but while he was there,
he was all-star.
Had 17 and 6. Shout out Sam. Sam I am.
Shout out to Rubio, man, but you win the all-star. Unfortunately, got to get that to Sam.
All right, so before we get to the easy pick of who the 2-man is, shout out Wally Serbiak.
We down bad.
Shout out Andrew Wiggins.
Shout out Wig for sure. Shout out Wig. It wasn't working out though when you was there, my boy. Unfortunately.
Shout out Zach LaVine, dunk contest champion.
Yep.
But of course we got to go Anthony Edwards as the Sioux.
Shout out Ant Man. Now small forward, it's slim pickings.
Looking rough.
Go Wally Zerbiak.
It might have to be Wally. Or let me see what Sprewell did.
Sprewell.
He had 2 years, average 14.8. I'll go ahead and give him 15. This looking ugly, my boy.
I mean, the Timberwolves is the newest franchise on the block, man.
All right, so
I had to go Wally Zerbiak, my boy. I'm finna look at him right now.
Looking like Wally. Shout out Ronnie Brewer.
Wally was an all-star. He averaged 18, 17.
Jimmy Butler.
10. Oh yeah, Jimmy was only here for like 2 years though, wasn't he? It was like two
Yeah,
years.
18 and 19. Average 22.
I mean, that's solid. That's technically better than Wiley.
But he just won the All
Yeah.
Star. So
He was All Star. Jimmy Butler was an All Star.
he
They
was
both
on
got
T
one.
Wolves.
Yeah, just only 17, 18. He was All Star. All
Shout
NBA
out
third team,
Jimmy.
all defensive second team. Yeah.
Well, that wraps it up then. Jimmy is a 3.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. We know who the
Shout out
four is.
Wally. He might swing
Shout out
around
Wiley.
to he might swing around to 6, man. We'll see. But we already know who the
It,
4
it
man
ain't
is.
it ain't much competition, so.
Now, I will say, shout out to this person because he's probably gonna take it as the 5 man. But if it wasn't for KG being at the 4, I think we would have to say Al Jefferson at the 5. I mean, at the next up. So, is there
Who you
anybody
putting
else
at the
that can
five?
contend? I'm saying, is there anybody contend with Al Jefferson at the 5?
Rudy Gobert. Karl Anthony Towns.
Let me see what Al looking like for the T Wolves.
Rudy
So he's in
Gobert got two
Minnesota for.
DPOYs from in Minnesota, I want to say.
All right, so Al stayed there 3 years. And he stayed nowhere more than 3 years. He 3 years in Utah, 3 years in Minnesota, 3 years in Boston, 3 years in the Hornets, and 2 years in Indy. That's crazy.
That boy got so many houses.
But yeah, so in
Rudy only
Minnesota,
got one DPOY.
he had 20 and 10 in Minnesota. And that's it. So Rudy, it is.
Karl Anthony Towns. You don't want to look. No cat love. I got him right. He right here, man. I'm gonna just look real quick. He was an all-star way more though. He had 4 all-stars. Rudy never was an all-star in Minnesota. He averaging crazy more points. 21, 24, 26, 24, 24. So Cat probably deserved it over Rudy. Rudy just got the DPOY.
Okay, yeah. I'm tripping. So let's go Cat at the 5.
And then
So for 6 man,
we go Wiley, we go Rudy. I think
I would
no
love to
options.
say
Al Jefferson.
I would love to say Wally. I would love to say him. But Rudy having that DPOY.
It's hard to give it up.
Yeah.
Then Rudy is a double machine, 14 and 12, whatever, 12 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Wally Zerbiak would have been cool because for Timberwolves fans, like a Minnesota guy, we talking about who did more in that jersey. People probably are going to remember Wally Zerbiak before they remember Rudy Gobert, unless they win a championship or something in this time frame, or at least get to the finals.
Yeah.
But as of right now,
if you're a true fan, like you said, what we were saying for this whole 25 years, you probably got more love for Wally. But yeah, man. So we got Sam Cassell at the 1, Anthony Edwards, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Garnett, Cat, and Rudy round off as the 6th man. And of course, Kevin Garnett is the number 1 overall pick for Minnesota.
of course.
All right. Next, we got the New Orleans Pelicans / Hornets.
I think this could go pretty fast.
All right, so let's go ahead and run through this one. CP3 is the one. Like, that's not even.
CP3 is the one.
Not even play around.
Shooting guard could be kind of interesting. Don't know much about the Hornets shooting guards. BD still there. Jamal Mashburn.
Show some love to Pager.
Pager.
Stojakovic. Drew Holiday was there for a minute. Eric Gordon.
Yeah, true.
Herb Jones, Bama boy / Cuzzo.
/ Cuzzo. So the Charlotte Hornets, when the Charlotte Hornets gave the name back to the New Orleans Hornets, did they give them the history of their players?
So the Charlotte Hornets, I think took the Bobcats with them. I think, and I think, yeah, because I'm looking at it now. It was the New Orleans Hornets from '02 to '03. That's when it first started. So before then, it was the Charlotte Hornets. But then I think because New Orleans Hornets turned into New Orleans Pelicans, and then Charlotte took the Hornets back, and they had the 2 years where they was Oklahoma City Hornets. So this is
So,
basically going to be from 2002 to 2003 if we're talking about the Hornets slash Pelicans.
um, okay. So, do we want to not count the Charlotte years then? Only what they did in New Orleans.
Yeah. And we're still going to be Chris Paul at the one, so it really don't matter.
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about other guys because BD was there when they changed.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He don't
Jamal
count.
Mashburn.
No, they won't count for this.
Okay. Well, Jamal Mashburn was an All Star, averaged 21, and then another year he averaged 20,
Mm-hmm.
and then he retired. Boy, went out on top, didn't
I ain't mad at you, brother.
it? BD was an All Star as well. He averaged 22, and another year averaged 17. Then he got traded to Golden State the next season. He was averaging 19, All NBA third team. So they got a great for that two spot.
Shout out Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers.
See, Eric Gordon might have a decent case.
Possibly.
Let me see what you did there. You had 5 years, average 15. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It
I
might
thought
be
it'd be
Jamal.
fascinating this. So we looking at Jamal Mash and who else was it?
BD. Aaron Davis. Then we also checked Drew Holiday and Eric Gordon was 17, 15, 13, 15 while he was in New Orleans. No, he had a year he averaged 20. I'm sorry. It went from Hornets to Pelicans while he was there, so I got confused. He had a year he averaged 20, and then just slowly declined every year 20, 17, 15, 13, another 15. Then he went to Houston. So, I mean, he got a case. He has a case. Drew Holiday was around 2017. Yeah. So, Drew Holiday in
I
New Orleans.
I think we probably gotta give it a Mash.
I think so too. Drew Holiday played a long time in New Orleans. All defensive first team and second team, never was All Star. Might be Mashburn, man. He don't know what All Star.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
crazy to think about.
You only one giving us something worthy of talking about. Oh, now B did got an All Star. All right, so now we gotta go stat for stat. So when he was, oh, that's gonna be the other team. So when he was in these Hornets uniforms, he had 20. He was averaging 20 and 7. You want to count the other one, he only averaging 12. So
Yeah.
well, he got 2 All Stars with them. So it got to be BD at 2. It just mashed more scoring. So yeah, let's go Baron at the 2. Network.
You want Baron over Jamal?
He got 2 All Stars.
That is true. Okay, I'll take that. Baron over Jamal. Then 3 spot.
The 3 spot for the Hornets. It could be Mash. It could be
What we think about
Peja.
Brandon Ingram?
Uh, I don't know about him yet, man.
I mean, he was there for like 7 years, 6, 7 years, 6 years. He averaged 20 every year. He won Most Improved. He was an All Star once. Average of 20 every year is already like putting him ahead of somebody and
Oh
certain
yeah.
people.
Is there any thought of putting Zion here instead of at the four, or do you put him in at all?
Well, we got to put in Anthony Davis.
That's what I'm saying. So
So
like, I'm gonna be real
Zion
with
at the
you.
three.
I feel the five has a strong case for Boogie.
It does, but I was also thinking maybe we go Zion at the four, AD at the five. But Boogie definitely got a case because that 2 years he was like honestly like they've never had like a really good center.
Nah, the best they had was
So
probably Tyson Chandler during the Chris Paul years.
yeah, and even then it was like he was okay.
Yeah.
He was
Or do you
serviceable.
want to? How much love do you get David West?
David West was hooping at this time, so I
Yeah.
got to see. There you go, David West. His New Orleans years. He was only in New Orleans 4 years, but he was two-time All-Star. He averaged 20 and 21, 19 and 18.
Shout out Birdman, Chris Anderson,
Yeah.
Fonzie Wells.
Tyson Chandler only had 2 years in New Orleans.
All right, so
Averaged
David
11,
West
11,
had
and 8,
8
and 8.
years in New Orleans. He averaged 16 and 7 rebounds. All right, so
What is
basically we're looking
NOK?
at Brandon Ingram for the three, Zion for 3-4. AD's taking the 4 spot, and I want to throw Cousins in. So we're looking at those four basically: Brandon Ingram, Zion, Anthony Davis, and Cousins.
Only thing about that, bro, is DeMarcus Cousins was hooping, bro, but it was like a flash in the pan, man. Like we didn't even see him in the playoffs or nothing, bro. I would agree, like talent wise, but
Mm-hmm.
like I think for this purpose, I think it makes more sense to put in other guys over him because like Bi played there 7 years. You got Zion still, and then obviously AD got to be in there, and then now
So,
you David West probably also deserves it.
oh yeah, David West. He was a 2-time All-Star. Yeah, yeah. So scratch off Zion and put David West. So
Scratch
do
off
we go?
Zion.
My bad. Cousins, my bad.
I was going to say how we get in.
Oh
Oh
man,
my
completely
gosh.
butchered that. So we're looking at that probably the I'm thinking Bi at the 3, Zion at the 4, 80 at the 5, David West at 6 man.
Bi at the three, Zion at the 480 at the five, Bi 6 man. Yeah, sound good to me.
All right. So we got Chris Paul as the 1, Baron Davis as the 2, Brandon Ingram as the 3, Zion as the 4, AD as the 5, and David West as 6 man.
That sound good to me.
Now we got to figure out who's going to be the first overall pick. And I think this is most of these been pretty easy. This is the only one I feel like we got an actual debate with.
Between Chris Paul and AD,
Yeah.
I think we go Chris Paul because it was a longer stint, and also like while I would say AD was probably the best power forward in the league at the time, it was debatable.
Mm-hmm.
CP was the best point guard in the league, leading league in assists, sometimes leading league in steals.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's I mean, yeah, I think I go Chris Paul. Chris Paul probably top 25 player. I mean, he was top. I mean, AD was top 75 too, but Chris Paul might be top 25, top 30.
I think because Chris Paul, even if you just took this part of his career, he led them boys to the finals. Well, not the finals, but he led them Western Conference Finals.
True. And it was not really Western Conference Finals like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, every time I bring up Chris Paul, I think about that 07 year. He had the Spurs on the brink, man. That was just like championship caliber Spurs. Chris Paul took them boys to the ropes. almost single-handedly beat them basically. So that's Chris Paul for me, man. So Chris Paul, first overall pick for the Hornets / Pelicans of New Orleans. And we're going to finish out this one with the New York Knicks.
All right.
So for PG, for our point guard, are we looking at
We
Steph
go
Marbury?
J Kidd.
Looking at Kidd? Are we looking at Brunson?
This could be a little tougher than I thought, actually. My heart says J Kidd, but my mind telling me Brunson.
For me, I'm saying Stephon Marbury or Brunson.
You just skipping over J Kidd like that, brother?
J Kidd wasn't J Kidd at the time, man. He was cool, but he wasn't really J Kidd for real, for real. Jamal Crawford gets some love here.
Jamal Crawford. But Marbury went in All-Star during his Knicks years.
He was carrying the franchise at that point, though.
He was.
All
He
right,
was
so
doing that.
it's really between them three. I don't think it's anybody else.
Oh, yeah. J Kidd was only there for a year. I thought it was longer than that. Yeah, J Kidd is out of here. It's got to be Brunson then. Easily Brunson over Marbury.
Try to scroll through real quick. Try to get anybody else. I know. Oh, Jeremy Lin don't get a
If
nothing.
we had a one-day pass, I might throw Jeremy Lin up in there. Go Brunson, though.
Man. Let me see. Steph Marbury was there for 5 years.
No All-Stars.
Dang, my boy. I'm trying to root for you, man. You ain't give me nothing to work with. This year he had 21.7 and 8 assists. Second best year he had basically 20 and 9. Yeah, man. Average 18 and 7 for the career there. Brunson it is.
Okay. Shooting guard, though. Do we like Allen Houston? Shout out Nate Robinson also.
I think Trace McGrady is the pick here, man. I'm just playing.
I was going to say, no way, dog.
Nah, brother. I can't do that. But stay here for 20 seconds. Steve Novak gets some love, though. I will say that.
Steve Novak gets some love. Oh, man. I mean, we can throw in Jamal Crawford. Yeah, Jamal Crawford was here for 4 years. He didn't get no accolades or nothing, though, but he was solid. Average 21 season.
J.R. Smith would definitely get some love.
J.R. Smith, he mine. Steve Francis was there. Steve Francis was there for 2 years. Gave him 10.
Franchise.
It's not looking great for the two guards.
You got some good names, but nobody is just like for sure.
At the time, the Knicks was notorious for getting people past their prime.
I think it might be Allen Houston. Like, yeah, we're gonna get you after you've been beat up and ain't got no much juice to give us left.
Well, I'm sure you sums it up in the Garden. They probably think the Garden got powers.
They got power if you a star, basically. Make you look brighter.
Make you a little brighter. Allen Houston was 2-time All-Star in the 99-2000 and 2000-2001 season. He averaged 19 to 18. But he was there for from until 2005. He averaged 20 twice. I think it's Allen Houston as far as two guards go.
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll through the names, but all I'm seeing is Allen Houston taking the crown, man.
Spreewell got him an All-Star in there. Yeah, 17, 19, and 19, and 16. So I mean, if you want to throw him in there, but it's looking like Houston.
If you're a Knicks fan, I think it's with them too. But if as a true Knicks fan, you probably going Allen Houston because I feel like he was underrated so much of his career that they probably show
Mm-hmm.
him more love. So I'm cool with doing Allen
Latrell
Houston.
Sprewell, remember for choking the coach, man.
And that's
That's
not
it.
what you want to be remembered for.
Absolutely not. So Allen Houston at the 2. I think the 3 is pretty locked up.
Yep. So hold on.
I go
Allen
Melo.
Houston as the 2, Melo as the 3. We're looking
Who
at
going for the 4?
Stack. We're looking at Amari Stoudemire. Are we looking
Yeah,
at?
that's not mine.
Yeah, it's looking pretty slim once you get past Melo, man.
I'm thinking Amari Stoudemire. I ain't gonna lie. He was at least All-Star. As of right now, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, looking like Amari. I don't even think we got anything else to fight for real. For real, who we gonna put at the 5? Porzingis?
I mean, low key, Porzingis had some days when he was there. He had some time. Now,
With them
don't count him out.
early Knicks ain't had nobody, man.
Not really.
Golly.
I've been looking. Not too
Shout out to
good.
Keith Van Horn. Had a season there.
Keith Van Horn. Shout out my boy Bobby Portis. My boy Bobby was in New York for a season.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be Porzingis at the 4 and Stack at the 5 or vice versa.
Or Julius Randle. Let's not forget Julius Randle.
Interesting.
He had 3 All-Stars while he was in New York. Average 24, 20, 25, 24.
So I think that's the last 3 right there for real. You got to figure out who's starting, who come off the bench.
I think, and then you got Cat too. Cat playing right now. Do Cat get any love for what he doing right now?
Hold on. So we looking at Cat, Randall, and
Stoudemire.
Amar Stoudemire, and KP.
I guess Tyson Chandler don't get no
love. Didn't he win DPOI with them?
I'm not sure about that.
Shout out Antonio McDice.
Nice.
Wait, what do you have to say so? No, I don't think so.
I can't even find some of you guys, man. Dang.
Antonio McDice was young, so he might have a little. Nah, I'll take that back.
Shout out my boy Samuel Dallenberg.
Sam.
Okay, so Amari was only one time an All-Star because he was in and out the lineup so much in New York. He missed a lot of games. So and his averages was kind of down, but he did have that first year in New York, he averaged 25 and 8. Was top 10 in MVP voting. Was all NBA second team. But he was in and out the lineup after that so much. That first year in New York, he played 78 games. The next season, he played 47. The next season, he played 29. Then he played 65, which is a good amount. And then the next year, he played 59. And then he got traded. But, yeah, so, I mean, it's a case for leaving Stat out. Now that I look at it for real, Amari Stoudemire might have to go Karl Anthony Towns over him. I feel like people remember Amari Stoudemire, though, obviously. But I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's looking real slim at this point, bro. Like we gotta shout out Taj Gibson.
Shout out Andrea Bargnani. Tyson Chandler did, in fact, win DPOY with the Knicks in 2012.
Well, that's the only one with some accolades on his list, so I think he has to be the 5.
Who the 4?
All right, so we're looking at
Julius Randle.
All right, so you look up who am I closer to? I think it's like between Cat and Randall, honestly, man.
That's what it's looking like because they both probably getting it over Amari Stoudemire at this point. So yeah, you're probably right. Cat, this is only Cat's second year in New York, so it's probably gonna be Julius Randle. Last year he was an All-Star though. He averaged 24 and 12. So he hooped out though for sure. All NBA third team. But
RJ Barrett,
shout out RJ Barrett.
Mike Beasley. Okay, he had a year there. All right, so I'm gonna look up Randall.
I got it right here. He got 3 All-Stars in New York. He was in New York for 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. 3 of them was All-Star years. 24 points. 1 Most Improved Player, All-Star, second team All NBA. Next year he averaged 20 and 9. Next year he averaged 25 and 10. All NBA third team and All-Star. Next year was 24 and 9 and All-Star. So 3 All-Stars in 6 years. Got 2 All NBA teams and Most Improved. I think Cat could pass him later, but for right now, you had to go Julius Randle. And the other thing is, I think honestly that people probably would say Amar Stoudemire deserving more than Julius Randle for like those Knick years, but Julius Randle obviously did more while in the jersey.
So do we go? I think Randall deserves it more, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I think we go Randall at the 4, and do we throw Stat as the 6 man? Because Cat only been there for 2 seasons.
Yeah, really not even 2. He came last year. Last year was his first full year. And then
so I think Randall 4, Tyson at the 5, and then Stat at the 6 man.
I'm all right with that. Cat will be on
All
there
right.
eventually, but not right now.
Yeah, can't give you that for 1 season, bro. Unless you just want MVP, but you ain't doing that.
That's why JB on there.
So we got Brunson at the 1, Allen Houston at the 2, Melo at the 3, Julius Randle 4, Tyson Chandler 5, Amar Stoudemire 6 man. Melo has got to be the number 1 overall pick, but I think Brunson
is the number 1 overall pick.
Brunson has a chance to sneak up there and do some damage before it's all said and done.
The thing about Melo, and I'm not trying to start a whole nother debate. I know how we get. But the thing about Melo, JB, some people gonna be like JB, like younger people. But if one name LeBron James did not exist, I think Carmelo Anthony is looked at very differently. And I said the same thing about Dwayne Wade pertaining to Kobe. If Kobe Bryant didn't exist, we'd be talking about Dwayne Wade a lot differently than we do. And I think Bron is the same for Melo. If Bron didn't exist, Melo get a lot different value, I feel like. But because they came in around these same times as these counterparts that we know are the like top 5 ever type guys, you know what I mean? It's tough. Like if Michael Jordan did exist, how do we look at Clyde Drexler? You know what I mean? It's them types of things. So that's the only thing about Melo. So before y'all get to talking about how you JB better than Melo, because somebody gonna say it. If Bron didn't exist, we looking at Melo differently. JB ain't got that. You could say SGA, but even SGA ain't like, nah.
It ain't the same conversation we having, bro. Like
exactly.
Melo has a rookie of the year if it's not for LeBron James.
And he gonna have more All NBA first teams instead of second teams.
Yeah.
Then who knows in New York with no LeBron James, maybe the Knicks get to the finals. I mean, I can't say that for certain, but maybe.
There's a good chance. You know what I mean? So it's that sounds like an episode in itself of like if who would you if you remove Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron from the history, what player becomes the GOAT? Something like that. You know what I mean? Who we look at the most differently if those people don't exist?
Because some people's legacy take a whole different trajectory if not for certain other people. If there was no Steph Curry, what do we think about Chris Paul? Because maybe the Rockets get a championship. You know what I mean? All that.
Yep.
So it's one of them things.
So yeah, man. But that's it for today, man. Next episode, we're gonna pick it up with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I think that one get pretty short and sweet. Got a couple positions, got to duke it out, but for the most part, man, I think that's pretty solidified. So You're gonna pick it up with them next time. If you missed last episode, ran off from the Hawks to the Pistons, and we're just gonna keep walking down the starting 5+6 span of teams of this quarter century. But appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Next thing, anything you want to say?
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all listening, man. Let us know if we missing anybody. Don't be thinking you're gonna just tell me who better than who though, because you wasn't there. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody who just started playing these last 2 years need to be better than somebody else. Like that's come
Yeah.
on now. You're not finna outdo 25 years worth of somebody else's career. But comment anyway. You know what I mean? We love the engagement. So appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the rest of this little mini series we're doing. It's only 3 or 4 episodes. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. See y'all next episode.